That is not dead, which can eternal lie, even with strange aeons. Even death may die. Strange quote. It's by an author named H.P. Lovecraft. Now, why this topic? Why that quote? Well, you see, when asked the question, "Who am I?" is that an easy question? Like in a serious sense. One thing I think we could all gather around and agree with is life is a matter of perspective in many cases. One right here is the sun setting or is it rising? Is the glass empty or is it full? And so on. A lot of us try to find answers in our plane of reality, but are always left wanting more. And the same applies for me. When I look at my day to day life, it may come across as mundane, but are all ours? Mine could consist of drawing, eating, sleeping, watching television, playing video games, listening to music. There's many normal things, like many of y'all. And well, maybe every little, if you want to split hairs, every little genre, any little bit I consume is different. In the grand scheme of things, isn't it all the same? When we zoom the scope out, how different are we from one another? Uh, When I look at my strengths, one thing I was blessed with was knowing what I wanted to do from a young age. I was always a creative type, always like drawing stuff, so here I am in college doing what I want to do. Obviously doing general ed, which is why I'm here, but I came here to become an architect, so I started taking classes. And that was one thing I was blessed with, to understand myself, to know what I wanted to do, which saved me a lot of stress that I can only imagine a lot of people are dealing with at this age. That said, as you could see from the start of this presentation, one of my weaknesses, which I think all of us to some degree suffer from, is our lack of knowledge. In this great plane of reality, what do we know? Like, one thing is, well, I may know myself. Can I truly answer, who am I? Because what do I look like in your eyes? I don't know the answer to that. Well, I may know it to maybe some close people. Even then, I might not know the exact truth of what they think of me. This applies to anyone. So, another thing is, what happens when we die? What happens to the universe? There are many questions that we're always seeking. We're all, we're always consuming knowledge, yet we're always wanting more. We, for me, when I look at myself, I'm not much different from all of you. I'm just another person trying to survive, trying to thrive, and well, trying to understand, what is this place? The reason I chose that quote at the beginning of this presentation was, it's a quote that's apparently not really well known. Aside from coming from H.P. Lovecraft, which is, well, he's known for making cosmic horror type stuff, which is basically the theme of the speech. One thing is, it's a very relatable topic. What do we know about ourselves? What do we know about the world we live in? Are we just a byproduct of it? And while I believe to all of this to an extent is true, at the end of the day, how will we ever truly know? So, when asked the question, what am I? Well, I could tell you I'm a student, I'm a human, I'm a male. I could go into so many, as I said, split hairs, so many minor topics. At the end of the day, I'm just another human just trying to survive, understand. And as mundane and somewhat sad as the tone we took for this speech, there's always hope. We're always learning. There's always somewhere else to go. There's always more knowledge to learn. And I think that's something we should always strive to keep going further towards. That said, another reason why I chose the quote at the beginning was, it's always changing. Like I said, no one really knows much about it. And as we grow older, you know, we're always having changes. Maybe minor, maybe major. Life goes on. So at the end of the day, like all of you, I'm a byproduct of life. Thank you all for listening. That's all I have to say.